Hello Sagittarius, welcome to your December reading. I hope you're having a good birthday season. Happy birthday if you've already had your birthday, and well, happy birthday if your birthday is coming up soon too. So I went ahead and I pulled some cards for you. I laid them out. I just pulled them out for you just to save some time so you don't have to sit there and watch me shuffle. So we'll turn them around. I'm doing a new spread. Let me know if it resonates for you or not. Got new positions. I just felt like pulling these tonight, so it's not a spread that I've used before, but we'll see how it goes. All right, so right now we have, I'll turn the cards over so we can take a look at everything that we have. Right here in this position we have how you're feeling right now. You've got the universe or the world, so that's really good. I like to see that. You're feeling pretty good right now, I would say, Sagittarius. You're feeling whole. You're feeling like you're making a difference in the world. You're feeling like you are bringing things to an end to start something new. I mean, that it seems pretty timely, right, as we're in your birthday season, so that this makes sense. You're completing a year and starting a new one. That's kind of really like that now. Where you are right now is you are actually the Princess of Discs right now. So Princess of Discs in the Thoth deck is, as you can see, she is pregnant. So that is usually indicating not necessarily a physical pregnancy, although you could be physically pregnant, having a child soon. But it also means pregnant with an idea or a thought or a project. Something is gestating, being created. Either you're in the process of planning a new project, or you're actually in the process of creating it, of making it work. You're in the beginning stages. So that's pretty nice. What's coming towards you, let's see. Oh, how lovely is the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups is very emotionally balanced. For me, she's a Scorpio. Some people like to think of her as Cancer, but I'm going to put her more in the Scorpio camp tonight, because Scorpio kind of, is your neighbor, right, Sag? Queen of Cups. So in this deck, the Queen of Cups is so bright you can barely see her. She's so shiny. She's so bright. She is not afraid to let her emotions express themselves in the physical. She's not afraid to express who she is, her emotions, her heart, her beliefs. She's definitely emotionally balanced. We see that with the lotus flowers in balance in the water. She's also gifted with children. So you see the stork in the card there. Try to hold it. Hopefully you're not getting too much reflection or glare. You see the stork there. That means that she is good with children, or a good counselor, a good teacher. But because we have the stork and we have the Queen of Cups and all this water, beautiful water energy in the stork in this card, and the Princess of Discs, for some of you, I'm definitely getting that pregnancy vibe or caretaking vibe. So there may be children coming into your life. Okay, let's see. Okay. I had to find the little spread that I created for myself. Okay, why you are in the place that you are right now, why you're feeling the way you're feeling is, let's see, you got 3 cards, so let me pull them out and share them with you. This is why you're feeling the way you're feeling. The Prince of Discs, the 7 of Discs, and the Princess of Cups. So I'm getting a few different stories here for different people. So Sagittarius, some of you are feeling like you may have let, so the being in the middle, the 7 of Discs is popping out at me, and the 7 of Discs in the Thoth deck is called failure, as you can see. But it's not a card of actual failure, it's a card of fear of failure. So it's also associated with Taurus here, right? And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it here or not. Try to hold it up closer. You have the symbol for Saturn. This is Saturn in Taurus. So this is a desire that you may have had to make something tangible, or a fear that you couldn't make something tangible happen. That may have been taking up a lot of your thoughts, a lot of your mental energy. You may be dealing with a Taurus. You may feel like you failed a Taurus in some way. You may have felt that way. Because you have this with the Prince of Discs and the Seven of Discs, I am getting this, and we have Taurus again, right, with the Prince of Discs right there. I'm getting a big Taurus vibe here. So because you're currently feeling like the universe, like you've brought something to conclusion, maybe you have, for some people I'm getting, you've recently had a heart-to-heart, I think, with possibly a Taurus person in your family, but if not, and in your family just slipped out. So for some of you, this is definitely a family issue. All these cards are kind of speaking of family vibes. You may have had a heart-to-heart. You may have actually told somebody how you felt. Maybe you felt that they let you down, or you felt like you had let someone down. Take it how it resonates. But it feels like you had this conversation. You took the steps to express your emotions. And we end with the Princess of Cups, rounding out that little group of cards, which is really nice because the Princess of Cups, she's a dreamer. She sees the possibilities in all situations, but she also lets go of attachments. She doesn't hold on to grudges. She doesn't hold on to jealousies, insecurities. She's able to free herself of those kind of petty emotions and move forward from a place of unconditional love and acceptance. And so we have the Princess of Cups here, which is the reason why you're at the current state that you're at. So you were able, Sagittarius, to master these feelings of inadequacy, feelings of failure, feelings of maybe not even that drastically, feelings of failure, maybe just feelings of toil and labor, feelings of drudgery, or, some kind of fear. You had an obstacle. I don't know why I'm focusing on this so much, but I feel like this was an important experience for you. I feel like this is kind of the meat of this reading right now, or I really need to express this right now. You did a really good job, Sagittarius, in addressing your fears, facing them straight on, and tackling them step by step is what I'm getting here. And because you put in the work and you faced your fears, some people will call it, facing your shadow or doing the shadow work. Because you did that, you are now in the universe position. You're feeling yourself. You're feeling good. You're feeling like you were able to communicate your issues, your desires, your position, your point of view. Once you reach the stage of the universe, it's kind of like you've achieved individuation. You've mastered all of your emotions, the stages. You've mastered experiences to where you really kind of feel secure in who you are. It's almost like a sun card to me in a way, the universe, right? So you definitely feel like a strong, independent individual. Okay, the universe, of course, is the world card in the Thoth deck. And you can see here the snake. She's dancing with the snake representing regeneration, shedding old skin and growing new skin. So you're definitely in this phase of ending one thing and beginning a new thing. And I think that this, for many of you, this is the result of a conversation that you had, or a realization that you had, that being you is enough, and that being you, who you are, is wonderful and perfect. And you may have more to learn, more to do, but you're coming at these new experiences from a position of strength and a position of self-confidence and security and knowledge of who you are as an individual. So I find that really, really positive. And now you get to do, you get to feel good. You get to do this little dance. So whereas that stuff looked kind of heavy, not sad or depressing, just kind of heavy, weighty, you're kind of releasing that energy and moving ahead in a more positive, lighter kind of feeling. So I really like that for you, Sagittarius. So where you are right now is a Princess of Discs. So the Princess of Discs, for some of you, is, creating a new project, doing the work, birthing something. For others of you, this is putting yourself in the position of like an apprentice learning something, right? So what you don't see that leads into this, what you're not seeing right now, or what is hidden from you, really is actually what I asked for, what is hidden from you. So not really what you're not seeing, but what is hidden from you. And we got the 3 of Discs, which is called Works in the Thoth deck, and the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the King of Swords. And what's really interesting, what just struck me right now, is the 3 little birds here. So the 3 and the 3 coming together. So 3 might mean something to you, 33 might mean something to you. But the 3 of Discs is a really excellent card, and the fact that it's underneath the Princess of Discs is really fabulous too, really great, because the 3 of Discs is saying that you are willing to put the work in, the physical work in, to make your desires manifest, to make what you want to come through. So you're actually putting in that work. And I think that what you're not seeing maybe is that your passion will lead to success. The 3 of Discs is a success card, right? If you put in the work, it will lead to success. And the Knight of Swords is a passion card. So these 3 little birds represent your heart, your mind, and your will. And so when you align all of those, you can really make something, along with the physical exertion and the physical effort of the 3 of Discs, you can make something really solid happen. The Knight of Swords is also a very passionate thinker, uses his intellect to passionately express ideas. So these 2, I think if you put your mind to what it is that you're looking to create, you put your head, put the smarts in, and put the labor in, it's gonna, whatever this new project is that you're thinking of doing is going to be fruitful and successful. And I don't know why that's hidden from you. Maybe you can't see it yet somehow. I'm not really sure why it's hidden, or maybe it just hasn't manifested yet. Maybe the opportunity to create what it is that you're trying to create, or what you have brewing in your head right here, what you're kind of like gestating, that opportunity hasn't come yet, but it looks like that opportunity is going to come. It could come in the form of, I'm seeing letters, so maybe like a letter of acceptance. Perhaps you're waiting on a letter of acceptance to a school or to a program, something like that. Could come in the form of a masculine energy granting you perhaps a loan. But I'm seeing this as kind of letters, loans, correspondence, something like that. So I think that maybe what you're not seeing is that you will have something will open up for you that's going to give you the ability to manifest or to work on this idea that you have going. Okay, so coming towards you in the near future is the Queen of Cups, and these are your advice cards. 3 cards came out for you, so we're going to turn them all over. I decided to take them all. So what do we have here? We have the Hierophant, or the Hierophant, however you want to pronounce it. I don't get too caught up on the pronunciations. Again, Taurus, Hierophant being a card of Taurus. So Taurus really coming through strongly in your read, Sagittarius, for whatever reason. We got the Hierophant. So for whatever reason, I know that, before we were talking Scorpio, I don't know much about astrology, but I know that there is these Scorpio, Taurus, full moons, eclipses, something going on there. So that might mean something to you, or that might indicate timing for you. Again, I don't know. I'm trying to learn, but I don't know that much about astrology yet. But you do have the Hierophant, and the Knight of Cups, and the Ten of Wands as your advice. So this is really interesting advice. The Ten of Wands is Saturn in Sagittarius. So the Ten of Wands is usually blocked passion, or blocked, it's called oppression in this deck, but it talks about, your will being curtailed in some way, or your passion, your expression, I'm repeating myself, I keep saying your ability to express your emotions for some reason are curtailed. That's what this card represents. But we've got this as your advice, in your advice position, along with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is very emotionally expressive. A lot of people connect the Knight of Cups to Scorpio. In this deck, it's more connected to Cancer. Either way, regardless, it's a water sign. It's air and water. And it is, I really like this. I'm going to hold it up to you. I really like this Scorpio card in this deck because it's very emotional. The King of Cups is an emotional card, right? But here we see him riding on a horse. His horse has wings. So his horse is a Pegasus horse. And you also see the peacock here, right? So the peacock will always talk about ego, but the Pegasus has transcended that need for ego and can express emotions, without that ego, from a state of unconditional love. Again, the King of Cups, or the Knight, the Knight of Cups, and it's called in the Thoth deck, but for those of you that are not familiar with the Thoth deck, it's the King of Cups, so that's what I'm going to call him, so that I'm not talking about a knight in other decks. But the King of Cups is he masters that emotion. Also very much a family energy with the King of Cups, wanting to express emotion for family. So again, for some of you, these are discussions with family. And then the Hierophant coming in here. The Hierophant talks about, I think for me, the Hierophant and the Ten of Wands are going together. The Hierophant will indicate the need to express your inner beliefs, to not hide them from the world. Again, we have this world card there, which talks about expressing yourself. And the Hierophant talks about expressing your beliefs, your faith as well. Again, look, I'm seeing the three here, the three circles, it's reminding me of the Three of Discs on the key here. Three's coming in really strongly for you right now in this spread. So there's definitely something there for you with the threes. You may be seeing 333. You may want to, Google that. Again, I'm not really big on the angel numbers, but three is coming through big for me, for you, for some reason. So we have the Hierophant talking about the need to express your faith and your beliefs in a tangible way. And because these three cards are together, what I'm really getting out of this, and they fall under the Queen of Cups, who is open emotionally and able to express herself emotionally, what I'm getting for you is that your advice, Sagittarius, is to be open and honest with how you're feeling. And I think that's what you've been doing. That's what we've talked about earlier with the other cards. I think you've been doing that. I think you've been open and honest. And I think, the cards are just reinforcing the fact that that's the right thing to do. Always express it, of course, you know, coming from a place of love, compassion, and try to let go of any ego, any need to be right, or any need to express yourself from a place of vanity and from being egocentric, because I think that you're coming into this real strong sense of who you are as an individual. And when you know who you are, you kind of don't really need to prove it all the time. You know, you have people who really are secure in themselves, have that kind of quiet self-assurance. And I think that's where you're coming from right now. But I think that the Ten of Wands is a big reminder for you not to hide who you are, not to be afraid to speak your mind. Of course, speak it in a compassionate way. Understand that there is a right place and time for things and a right way to say things. So don't go, you know, crazy telling people off or anything. But I do feel like this is definitely advice for you to be true to yourself and to make that clear, right? Be balanced emotionally, and to not be afraid to speak your mind. Yeah, I'm getting, you know, other cards I got right now, just as we're pulling: Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and Six of Pentacles. So balance, definitely balance coming in for you. The need to defend yourself right here. You may be feeling that need, but I think these are just reinforcing what we were talking about. See how calm and serene the Queen is? She's sitting there with her pentacle. She knows who she is. She's balanced. She gives and she takes. So within, so without, in a balanced way. She is abundant and she's chill. I mean, look at her. She's so chill sitting there. So I kind of really love that. This is a really good spread for you, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull some oracle cards. I thought I might pull some clarifiers, but I feel like everything we need to know is already been pulled here in these cards right now. But let me pull, let's see what Moonology has for you. Maybe there's, you know, some additional messages or any additional messages Spirit would like to share with you, Sag. But really good work. I feel like you've had a lot of you've done a lot of internal emotional work, and now, you know, things are going to ease up for you a little bit as you move forward in this like more secure, self-assured kind of way. What are these Moonology cards? Do you have anything for Sagittarius? All right, you got step out of your comfort zone, North Node. If you know what your North Node is, I want to check and read up a little bit on what the lessons of the North Node are for you, what you're trying to learn in this lifetime, and maybe kind of push yourself in that direction. You know, I'm getting a lot of emotional balance here for you. That's kind of the lesson, and the lesson to like speak your truth, to live your truth. It might be a good idea for you, Sagittarius. So just look that up. Look up what your North Node is. Do a little reading. See how that translates for you. Okay, let's see what we have here from Nature's Whispers. What message would Nature's Whispers like to tell us for Sagittarius? Please. What messages do we have for Sagittarius? Okay, we got a few things popping out here. Shift your energy. How interesting. Okay, let me put this here. We got shift your energy. Gratitude and appreciation. All right, let me put these, let's see. Let me do this. Get some room going on here. Shift your energy. Gratitude and appreciation. And I got 2 more, but I'm not going to read all of these. Oh, wow. Look at this. Intuition and make a decision. All of these came out for you. All right, well, let's take a look at these. Shift your energy. Let's take a look at all of them together. I mean, take a look at the images on each of these cards, Sagittarius. Actually, why don't I'm going to do this so it's easier. Let me pull these out of the way so we have a better picture of what's going on here. So I keep these little markers so I know not to get out of the camera range. So it's more for me than for you. But let's see what we have here. Just want you to take a look at the images in these cards and see how they speak to you. Sagittarius, you got shift your energy, gratitude and appreciation, intuition, and make a decision. And you know, we also got step out of your comfort zone earlier. So let me pull the card. Let me pull the book a little bit. Let me, you know, these the booklet on the Nature's Whispers cards is pretty short. Yeah, so winds of change are blowing into your awareness. In order to prepare for what is ahead, begin a process of renewal. This process, and that goes with the World card that we got earlier. This process might include clearing away the old that no longer has a purpose in your life. It also might mean changing old habits and patterns that you are ready to release. An example might be actively avoiding overly sugary foods if you're trying to eliminate excessive sugar from your diet. But either way, view this as a time of shedding that can be achieved with ease and grace. And that's shift your energy. Let's look at the gratitude and appreciation for you, Sagittarius. Recognize the good qualities in others and openly share your gratitude with them. Write notes of thanks to those who have helped you. If someone deserves acknowledgement, take the time to let a superior or a colleague know that they receive the recognition. Let the colleague know so that they receive the recognition they deserve. Nature is continually sharing its beauty for us to appreciate. Beholding a rainbow is a gift, and when we encounter a rainbow's beauty, it is a perfect time to be grateful for all the gifts in our lives. It's important to generate the positive flow of thankfulness that can bring joy into someone else's life. Yeah, by doing so, you will not only decrease your stress, but you will also generate the feeling of goodwill and love in your life. Now, that gratitude and appreciation for me is super important when I'm trying to manifest. So I'm bringing this back to the cards we had earlier, the Three of Discs, that Knight of Swords, and the Princess of Discs. That sense of gratitude, this goes together with me really nicely for that Princess of Discs, because she's traveled far, and the journey for her has been long and arduous, and she has managed to take those experiences and create something new by appreciating all that she has experienced, and all the hardships that she's experienced have made her stronger and have made her capable of creating what she would like to create in the future. So that feeling of gratitude and appreciation is really important. For me, you know, I started that practice a few years ago, and I started it really simply with just being really grateful for a cup of coffee that I could have in the morning, and because I love coffee, and I was amazed at the things that I was able to manifest just from starting those little, just small gestures of gratitude and appreciation. So anyway, that feels like it's a message for somebody out there. All right, 36, intuition. So Sagittarius, you just seem to have a knack for knowing what's going to work. And again, that 3 of Discs card with the works. Your creative process is unique to you. You just get started and magic happens. That's exactly what we were talking about earlier. You have a lot of endurance. That 3 of Discs is endurance. And you're a hard worker. And as we were saying, put in that sweat. Put in the physical work. Wow. And you can manifest. All right, so let me repeat. Sorry. You have a lot of endurance. I'm just always amazed at how the cards come together. I mean, I do this all the time, and it's still never, I still get the biggest kick out of this, and it still never ceases to amaze me how the cards will give you the same message if you let them. So, okay, let me repeat. You have a lot of endurance, and you're a hard worker, Sagittarius. Once you get focused on a project, you don't stop. You are a trendsetter, and you seem to understand what people love. You are very forward thinking. You are being reminded that you have your own inner voice guiding you, always. Tap into your wisdom and allow yourself this higher perspective. All right, that was that advice that was you know, what you're not seeing right now. Those were those cards. That's the King of Swords and the 3 of Discs right there. All right, and then finally you have make a decision. Card number 11. Make a decision. Your sheer determination is highlighted at this time. Your spirit will support your desires and manifestations. The ability to create or destroy has always been within your skill base. You have the wisdom and the confidence needed to use these skills constructively. Now is the time to act if you know what it is you want to accomplish and why. Since the powers of transformation are at your command, change your desires into objectives, your thoughts into actions, your goals into achievements. If you have recently met with failure, know that you can change that failure into success. The only limits you have are those you impose on yourself. Gosh, Sagittarius, this is powerful stuff for you coming into the month of December. I don't know, I'm just feeling this like pride in all the work that you've been doing, and I just think I think you should pat yourself on the back, right? I think we're good. I think that's kind of it. Well, I'm being guided to just pull a chakra love card for you, Sagittarius. This might give you, a few gemstones to carry around with you that might aid you as you move through the month. Well, you got forgiveness. You'll find freedom and forgiveness. This card is connected to the heart chakra, obviously. It says it right there. Malachite might be good for you to carry around with you. But that forgiveness, I think that's talking about that conversation we had earlier where maybe you expressed your disappointment with someone, or someone expressed their disappointment in you, and you had that heart-to-heart. If you're holding on to any grudges right now or feeling like you can't forgive, maybe try some meditation, close your eyes, and just release, right? Just meditate. This is, sorry, I have to look at it, howlite. I'm not really sure what howlite is, but maybe purple stones. Amethyst being a good crown chakra card for me always. Helps me think clearly, helps me cut through the fog. That you might find that helpful for you right now, Sagittarius. But I don't know, on one hand we have these heavy energies for you, but I feel like you're coming out of those heavy energies as we move in through the rest of December. And as you listen to your higher voice, your inner guidance, good things are coming towards you. It's just a matter of you putting in the work, right? And when you decide what it is that you want to focus on and what you want to put the effort into, I think you're kind of unstoppable, Sag. So that's what I got for you for the month of December here. So till next time, Sag, have a good one. I'll see you soon. Bye.